Hi everyone. In this video, I would like to talk about AWS Shared Security Responsibility Model. You might have heard this term very often when it comes to securing the service and data in the AWS cloud. First of all, let's understand what this topic is all about. This topic is all about who owns the security responsibility in the cloud. AWS had a shared responsibility model, which means shared between AWS and customer. So if you are not clear about what is AWS responsibility and what is you as a customer, your responsibility, so let's understand it from this diagram. If you see, AWS provides global infrastructure and infrastructure as a service. AWS has many regions across the world. Each region is physically separated and each region has two or more availability zones. Anything at the infrastructure level, AWS is responsibility. When you say anything at infrastructure, let's assume you consume S3 service from AWS or an EC2 service from AWS. So S3 is a simple storage service where you can put in your object. It's an object storage. So you can put in your files, you can put in all the files, and you can even run a static website from there because S3 provides an unique URL to access it, or HTTP and HTTPS. So in this S3 consumption, AWS takes care of S3's underneath infrastructure security. And you as a customer, whatever data you place inside S3 object storage, you need to take care of how to secure the data at rest, which means when you place your data in S3, you need to make sure that it gets encrypted, and that's your responsibility. And who has access to this data? By setting up an IAM, Identity Access Management, with privileged access and creating roles and their associated responsibilities. It's all within your responsibility chart. Similarly, if you go to EC2, it's a compute service. So AWS responsibility, making sure that the EC2 service is available and it has a high availability, it has that service resiliency, service continuity, all of those aspects is AWS responsibility. What is your responsibility? When you start consuming an EC2, you might set up a Windows OS, or you might put in a Red Hat Linux OS, and then you start installing your applications on top of it. So it is your responsibility to make sure that your application has the correct access privilege levels to the users and the roles associated to them. AWS responsibility is to make sure that EC2 is available. What it means? Let's say you have your EC2 instance in just one region. When you go to AWS Management Console and consume this service, what you do not realize, what you do not know is that behind the scenes, AWS makes this EC2 instance parallelly running in more than one availability zone. So let's say you are in APAC region and your EC2 instance initially coming from Sydney data center. But also the EC2 instance also running in Melbourne data center because of the DR requirements, the disaster recovery requirements. When the Sydney data center crashes or goes down, you still have your EC2 instance available from Melbourne data center, but it is very seamless to the user, to the customer, which is you. So those are AWS responsibility. Your responsibility is to make sure that your EC2 service is talking to the correct interfaces, and it is set up with the correct firewall rules, and it has the correct user access permissions. So I hope this gives you an picturized view of the shared responsibility model between customer and AWS. So in simple terms, AWS is responsible for the security of the cloud. You as a customer is responsible for whatever data, whatever you place in the cloud. Hope this is clear. Thanks for watching, and subscribe for more videos in this series. Thanks again. Bye.